Hi there everyone, meteorologist Robert here with you today for your Western Pacific weather update. If you are looking for the most recent information on Cyclone Heidi affecting Australia currently, please click the link here in the bottom right. That'll take you to that video. But as far as here in the Western Pacific, several areas we're continuing to watch. The monsoonal belt to the south definitely still being a big factor today over the Philippines, seeing over 100 millimeters of rainfall in the past 24 hours. And also another low pressure area, South China Sea, that's expected to move off towards the west, affecting Thailand and Malaysia here, especially by the latter part of this week, Friday and into Saturday. And also we're talking about more and more snow over Japan today, actually here and across northwestern Honshu and extending up towards Hokkaido, maybe over 2 to 3 meters of snowfall in the next 24 to 48 hours expected as this sea effect snow continues to affect the region. And actually, let's look at the forecast for the next 3 days from snowforecast.com, and seeing all these areas in orange. Well, those are really about up to 50 centimeters or half a meter of snowfall, but these areas in the blues and the upper elevations in the mountains, that's where you're going to see the most significant snowfall here in the coming days, extending above 1 and possibly up to 2 meters in some locations. So really across northwestern Honshu, definitely a dangerous situation if you plan on driving out in these locations. With this, you're going to be seeing these heavy winds blowing onshore off the Sea of Japan, so definitely coastal winds could be upwards of about gale force 30 to 40 knots, and even extending all the way up here towards Sapporo, you're going to be seeing some gusty winds coming onshore there. They really do appreciate the snow out there. Really big skiing area up here, and definitely still preparing for the ice festival, which is already starting to begin out there in that region of Hokkaido. Now, all that snowfall, as I stated before, is being produced due to that cold air pushing across the Sea of Japan, cycling around the Siberian high, currently located over about Mongolia right now. And then look at some of the cold temperatures amidst of the Siberian high, though. Negative 20 Celsius. That is freezing cold out there. So all that cold air expected to spill towards the south, bringing the cooler air actually here towards Japan, parts of eastern China as well. You actually could be seeing some snow extending all the way down here towards the south as that cold air spills towards the south. But along the southern periphery of that, that's where you're getting into these gusty winds over the Philippines. Northern PI right now actually has a gale warning in effect. And look at this. Actually, this one right here. See this flag and these 2 slashes right in here, actually 2 just barbs, that's indicating a 70 knot wind report here out in the Spratly Islands, and that's very significant out there. That's almost that's above typhoon strength with this, so that's just gradient induced winds out ahead of this. So it's definitely a kind of a dangerous situation if you're out here boating in any of these locations. You definitely need to take these gale force seriously. But extending out towards the south, though, you're seeing these low pressure systems spot across here. Now this is all associated with the northeast monsoon and very active this time of year. And just check out the radar imagery out of Malaysia here. You're actually seeing some of these storms off northwest of Borneo here kind of flaring up. Well, that's all associated with the convection just out of the reach of the radar imagery here, but that is expected to track off towards the west. So let's look at the model outlook specifically down here in southeastern. And really you can see the initialization here. I always like to talk about the initialization because it talks about kind of what your model is really saying at this time, and if it's way off, that means the outlook probably is going to be off as well. But right now, though, seeing those snow showers across Japan, the extending frontal system is actually bringing some rain to Okinawa today. Expecting that to move off towards the east, though, as that high ridges in behind it with the colder temperatures. But also here in the South China Sea, you got that convection and that line of convection over the Philippines. So let's look out here in the next couple of days, extending out to about Thursday and into Friday. You see that convection continuing to push off towards the west. So right about along the border of Malaysia and into Thailand, that's where I'm expecting to see those heaviest rainfall totals. Could see some locations above 100 millimeters, which means that you're going to be seeing that localized flooding as well. But also as we go into the weekend, look over the Philippines, seeing another burst of convection, another surge of energy moving across the southern Philippines, Visayas, down towards Mindanao. That's spelling the potential of landslides and also flash flooding in those locations as well that continue to recover from tropical storm Washi. Well, might as well have been a typhoon out there. Over 1,400 reports of deaths at this time. Really a dangerous and just sad situation out there, and still recover from that storm. And actually, let's just look at the rainfall totals in the past 24 hours there in the southern Philippines. Look at this, 104 and 105 millimeters of rainfall in the past 24 hours, and this is just due to some of the afternoon convection with some of that northeast monsoon over the region. So that's just showing how this area is continuing to recover, although you're still seeing those northeast monsoons and those flare-ups of convections just hindering the efforts. But that is all for right now, everybody. Thanks again for watching here at Western Pacific Weather. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, as always, please post them in the comment box below. And stay safe out there, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.